Yo.
Peace and love, reflection.
Back again.
Welcome back, y'all.
Yeah.
It's been a minute, man. We got a lot of stuff we want to touch on today. We got a lot of information to give y'all, man. But I just want to start off by saying thank you to Master Teacher Nature Boy for instilling us with the knowledge and wisdom that fueled this fire that's within us to spread the message back to y'all.
Yeah.
Because without him, none of this would even be possible. He's the definition of a true light worker, man.
Yeah.
Very divine.
Tip my hat to him because he's the truth to light, and he's bringing the messages and breaking them down so easy, and we're here to give that message too. And I love myself so much.
Yeah, he the true definition. Light work is a being that's you use as basically a beacon to get out of your darkness. He basically teach you how you supposed to be living and what we really supposed to be while we're here on this realm. And he's doing a great job, man.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate it.
Me too. Master Teacher Nature Boy.
But shit, I guess we could start off like this. You are more than you know you are. You are more than they educated you to be. They've been studying us since forever, man. It's even hard to put a time limit on it, but we living our lives based off their perception. It ain't nothing but hindering us and what we are a part of. Oops, my bad.
Yeah.
You want to build off that?
Yeah. Well, they've been studying us for like as Omak said, for a long time, and the projects. You know what I mean? They have us in the simulated environments, and they're doing tests on us, and they're running these experiments. I mean, you hear all these crazy stories about people entering the hospitals for small, minor, like cuts or something like that, or maybe they have a fracture or a sprained ankle, and they'll come out with 10 different other things, or maybe they won't even walk out of it. You know what I mean? They're doing tests on us that are horrible.
They know you the universe, and with them, while they know this, like now they trying to control you. So now they creating, they got money and all of that. They make money. So what they doing now, they creating an environment where you can't thrive in, you can't be yourself in, because they know who you are. But they want, and a lot of people, they waiting on them to tell you who you are, and that them though, like on another level, that them is you.
Yeah.
So it's all you. But the reason why you experiencing this, everything happened for a reason. So you are the universe. You are the creator of all of this, of your own reality. And you had to, like, if you was to make your own reality, you had to forget it on purpose so you can enjoy it. How else would you be able to enjoy it?
Yeah.
And all this out of our karmic debt, out of us living out of harmony. We pushed them out, and they went and became a mutation. We created a mutation of ourselves, and they came back basically as our own karma to show us that we living out of harmony. Something happened along the time of this happening where they made the connection between what they call dark matter, melanin, which is dark matter, and us. They made a connection somewhere. We think they don't know, but I think they know. They made the connection. Probably when they look through a telescope, so I'm like, what is that? And then they sample our blood and they study us. They know more about us than we know about ourselves. So they probably seen that connection. They was like, whoa, there's a lot of similarities between them and the universe, goddamn. And what they realizing is like, shit, we got the universe in the palm of our hand. So what they do, they're like, shit. So we know we got the universe in our hand. Let's see what we can make it do. They keep you distracted from finding out what and who you truly are. And by doing that, during their little diabolical plan, they was like, shit, we gotta do something that'll keep them preoccupied from looking into stuff to finding out that they are the universe. And that's where money come in. They create this little synthetic fake reality, whatever you want to call it. It come from nature. They know you designed to be in tune with nature, and they know when you connected to nature, the power that you have. We basically like sleeping giants, just walking this realm, not even knowing who or what exactly we are. So they got the money there. So they like, well, we got them to do this, and they'll never figure it out this way. So they got you with chasing money or job. You deep within the illusion of family and all this extra stuff. It's just so much stuff to touch on, and it's just gonna
come. And then they program people that look like you to do things that you know, seem to be like, you know, oh, the new fad or whatever, and then you follow and do that, and then you're following in someone else's footsteps have been programmed by the lower self. So you got sports, you got all these trends that are going on that we make them look fly, but it's ignorant. We're acting out in ignorance in an intelligent way, but it's like, you know, it's dumb what we're doing. They're dumbing us down through you know, all this. The music that we're listening to is subliminally programming our brain, so that we're you know, acting out in these you know, aggressive, you know, this is not a natural way for us. They cut us off from the source by
entertainment.
It's a whole bunch of entertainment now, and then
you know what I'm saying?
you know, the people that's, you know, because now they own them, like, you know, they see you as an instrument, and now they, you know, since you control by money, they like know that you have melanin, which is most valuable thing on everywhere. You know, this planet's made out of melanin. But you know, they don't know that, so now they thinking, oh man, I got your money though. Now they thinking money is the most valuable thing on the planet. It's not. It's from nature though, but you have melanin. You are the true currency. So you know what they do with the stars that you call the stars and all of the famous people, you know, you got celebrities and all of that. They take their talent. They see their talents and they take it and they utilize it
to manipulate you.
Exactly. And then now when they take your art and they take your passion, your talent, and they use that, now you have a following. And that following is following you. So you could try to say the message. You could try to, you know, all the stuff that we saying right now. You could try to say that, but if you try to say that, you might get slayed. You know, like, you know, they might stone you for that. So you know, you owned. Now you can't, you know, you can't even give the message.
They know what melanin is. They know the human organism was designed to be the most intelligent, and they figure that they control that. They basically got the world. We find ourselves looking to animals how to get back in tune with nature when we really supposed to be looking at ourselves, but we so far disconnected. We got to get back in tune, so we got to mimic the animals now and notice that they in their natural clothes and they eat from the earth. That's why they basically immortal.
And how intelligent are you if you can't survive? Animals know how to survive. That's why we look at animals as, you know, they set the example. And, you know, they don't even know how to communicate like the language that we speak, but we know that they know, you know, because, you know, and then they surviving. If you can't survive, if you
that's all that matters,
got cancer and all of that, you know, and if you docile and you can't open up your mind to, you know, see reality for what it really is. And if you can't do that, then you messed up. You know, but an animal will tell you, just look at an animal, see what the animal does. It's gonna show you. You know, it's gonna show you yourself.
It's true. That's what we're looking to. We're looking towards to the animals, because the animals are showing us, and they're intuitive too. The greatest intelligence is intuitive intelligence, where they don't have to study things, where they don't. It just naturally, innately comes to them, and that's what we tap back into the frequency. We're able to just naturally be able to connect to and instinctively know what to do. Like you look at dogs and cats or whatever, they know when a storm's going to come or whatever, and if you watch them, you can sense, you know, when things are about to happen, because they will act accordingly to that, and then, you know, you'll act accordingly to how they're sensing the, you know, environment around them. And this is the same thing that we have the capability of doing, but they've cut you off from that because you're walking on concrete. They get you in, you know, these little systems or whatnot. Not only that, but to reiterate on what we were talking about the simulated environment, is they're testing you so much. They have drugs. Think about it. If you study this, we didn't make these drugs. These drugs that are going on in the projects right now, and all these you know, ghetto hood places right now. These were shipped in from, you know, the government, like CIA, people like that. And even if they weren't directly had the hands connected to it, they did it so meticulously where they could give it to someone who was of your color, who you would think was on your, you know, was one of you, but really was just a program of, you know, the environment that they were in. And then they, you know, feed those drugs into you, and then this is how the drugs and all this, you know, stuff got into the environment that you're living in. And then this is how they test you, because they're like, oh, we're going to put this person on this substance, we're going to put them on this substance, and then see how they react in this box shape. And we already know that our energy doesn't like to flow in a box shape, in a formation. It's a circular spiral pattern, and we're living in boxes. Everything that we see in our reality is a box shape. So our energy is distorted, and we're not functioning at optimal way. And our hair too, like they got us, you know, messing with our hair, and our hair is so important because it receives signals from its environment and interprets things in the sun. And
which is dark matter.
Which is dark matter, yeah. And you know what they got going on in the cities right now is they got so much they got waves, little wavelengths that are, energies, electrical signals that are being, through the Wi-Fi that you have, through, whatever means that they have that are, invisible forces that are distorting the communication between your body, because your body is an electrical, magnetic being.
Yeah, it serves as a medium.
It's a medium, yeah, and you mess that up especially when you have, and your hair is not even in tune either. Right. So you got all this stuff that's distorting the communication that's supposed to be responding to your body with the source, but you're disconnected from the source. So you're even more of, that much, far behind of where we need to be and connected to the source.
And all what they do is to keep you distracted from nature. They make you seem like we all equal and we all one and the same, but everything in nature, everything in this world that we know to exist has a superior and an inferior.
Has order.
If that was the case, why all colors don't look the exact same? It's because the colors vibrate on a certain frequency. The higher the frequency with a wavelength,
the darker the color.
Right. Yeah. The more superior the color, the lower the frequency, the lower the vibration of the color, and bro.
And then your hair is black, and this is where every other color comes from, black and brown. And this is the primary color, black. And, in your hair, like he said, everything likes to flow in a spiral.
A spiral, circular formation.
Yeah, and your hair has melanin in it. So what this allows your hair to do, allows it to not only absorb energy, but emit it as well.
Yeah, and receive it in the most optimal way. In the most conducive way.
Yeah.
Everything in nature works at least resistance. Everything is made to work simultaneously at the least cause resistance. It's very complex, but at the same time, it's not so complex because it's just it's naturally, that's how it is, and that's how it's made to form and to be conducive and to flow in the least resistance. You know what I'm saying?
And they know that we special. Why is no other race getting so oppressed like us? Why we the ones that went into slavery? Why they took us from our natural environment?
Exactly. Yeah.
If we are the same, why everybody ain't getting the same treatment we getting?
Yeah, if we're all equal, then why was there this fluctuation between colors and races and frequencies? You gotta understand that, and then you gotta examine it instead of just brushing it under the table or brushing it under the bed like they like to do. They just like to sweep that up and don't examine any of that. But we're here to take that file. We got the files, and we're here to take those files out. And we're here to look at that, and we're here to do the work, and we're here to give you the message. We're like, and then it's unrefutable too, because the truth doesn't need to be fought for or whatever.
It can't be denied.
It can't be denied, and if they deny it, then they're just denying themselves, and they're denying their existence.
And like you said though, and the truth can't be denied. And the truth is that everything comes from that black woman, black archetype. I don't want to say woman. Everything comes from the archetype. Even the animals you see to the, we are cells. Every cell comes from that cell, and we're living in that cell, and which is a cell.
Right.
Everything is cells, and what they think, like they got gender and sex. They think it's it's only one sex, only one gender. That's what I'm saying. And what they do is they try to distract you and confuse you, making you think that, this is, we're all the same. No. We all come from that archetype.
Yeah, we're derivative from the XX chromosome. And the reason why she is our deity, the reason she is a human manifestation of nature is because she can sustain life. She can support life. And if you were to put a male, what you would call the XY chromosome, into the forest with a child, a baby, he would not be able to sustain life for that baby, provide for that baby in the ways that archetype would be able to. So we would have to go, in the end, we'd have to go to a source that can sustain life, and the only sources that can sustain life are archetypes, and so that we would have to end up going to that. So that's just a clear indication that the archetype is the true manifestation and the God and our deity, our being. This is what we should worship. You know what I mean? Because our religion is nature. We worship nature because nature can sustain life.
That's what connects you. Yes. And that's your deity, the archetype. So nature is your plug. Nature, that's what connects you back. So if you have less melanin and you connected to nature, you know what? Like I said earlier, like if melanin hits something, it's gonna turn it into melanin. So know that race. It's only one race. If you call the Caucasian or the white person or whatever, you can like you said, connect to a black person, and then you could get that melanin.
Yeah.
But you have to be vibrating on a certain level of frequency to even do this.
Yeah,
You have to have a pure. You have to have a pure soul. You have to be willing to actually, live like you're supposed to live.
Yeah.
And connect back to nature, because nature is that's your plug. That's what's
your plug.
giving you that connection. You getting a stronger connection. And then the sun, like if your blood is not purified, then you're gonna be less electrified. If your blood not purified, you're gonna be less electrified. So you're not gonna be able to connect. But if it's purified, you're gonna be electrified, and you're gonna be able to connect. And then when you connect it, then you allow magic to happen, and you allow, you could think, and you just shit just start coming to you.
Yeah.
And you be like, oh, out of nowhere, and then you explaining stuff to people and know that, like Nature Boy said, it's like, everybody's on a different system.
Yeah.
It's like
iOS
system.
Different iOS
And then
systems.
we could be on the upgraded John, like the John we there, we on point.
Yeah.
But then it's somebody that might be on the the old shit. You know what I mean? They can't
not gonna
even.
be
So when you hit them with the truth, they be
and
like,
they like, what? Did it? And then they got cognitive dissonance.
Right.
Yeah.
They can't conceptualize it because they're on an old system, so they're not able to resonate with the frequency that you're vibrating at the conscious level. So that means that, when you're coming out with some knowledge and you're coming out with some true conscious, they're not going to be able to upload and download that and be able to, perceive it, conceptualize it, and then, be able to vocalize it out to people. You know what I mean? They won't be able to understand that. And this is the clearly thing. Like look at us right now. We're like the cell towers. We're like bars. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, what it is when you're in the northern climate, you're lacking bars. You're lacking the signal to be able to get these
Bars
uploads.
is low.
Your bars are low, so you're not getting the information. You're not getting the the electrons that are coming from the Earth right now. In this point in time, right now.
Yeah.
So it's important that you get between the tropics of Cancer and Capricorn, because you're closer to the equator, and being closer to the equator, you're closer to the source, which is the heart chakra. And right now, at this point in time, there's electrons that are hitting the Earth right now, which are stimulating
Extra
and activating
energy.
all our energy and our innate. We're all knowing. We're just getting activated right now. We're heating up. And what happens in the immune system when you get a cold or something happens and you're sick, you start to heat up, and it activates those immunities that are in your body, so it can be able to stop the cancer, stop the toxins that are in your body from spreading. And this is exactly what's happening right now.
You know what I'm saying? We the immunity, and we stopping the cancer being the lower self.
Yeah.
And now
The
we
lower
spreading
way of
this
living.
light. When we giving the light to you, now you're waking up. Now you getting the electrons. Because like everything is, like say if you're on the other side of this camera, right? You getting the electrons, the light that we got through the camera. And now you like, oh shit, yo, you going to work and shit. You probably at your lunch break right now. Yo, I gotta get the fuck out of here. We not supposed to be working. We not supposed to be, docile than a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? We supposed to be connected to nature, and it make perfect sense. So
that's why they keep you away from nature. They know the importance of the environment. They know that the body has a living matrix. And you know this to be true because if you zoom in on the human organism, you know that it's microscopic beings that's living on you. You are nothing but a collection of cells that combine to make a bigger cell. And the living matrix functions off of light. And what is light? Light is a form of energy. Light is heat. Light is information. Other than all, light is dark matter. So what you see is everything in nature, everything in this life have melanin. That's what let the bees know what flowers to go to. That will let the ants know what to do. All this type of stuff. So you have melanin in your cells, and what happens is when the dark matter is converted through the sun, it comes into life form. And your being is your skin is the first brain. It absorbs it and it go into those cells. And within those cells is melanin, which is dark matter. So it's the dark matter. It's the universe communicating to itself, and it lets your cells know exactly what to do, and your cells start working in harmony, and your body start becoming in harmony. You start knowing stuff. It starts sending electrical signals to your neuromelanin. You start being like, whoa, what the fuck? Shit start sparking, and you start knowing shit that you never even fucking knew before out of nowhere. That's why black people starting to wake up.
Exactly.
Because that MSH, what's that called? The
melanocyte stimulating
and
hormone.
then melanocyte, they try to confuse you. They put a whole bunch of words. Melanocyte, melanosome, no, it's all melanin, dark matter.
Melanin.
Right.
It's dark matter.
All melanin.
And then
it
with
function
that,
off of UVB, which is light, which is dark matter. All of it go back to dark matter.
And your pituitary gland is it secretes that, and it creates more melanocytes for your body, so that
they kick into action. Right.
Yeah, exactly.
That shit goes deep, bro. everything work off of dark matter. It's
Exactly.
crazy. It's just the intelligence that give everything the innate ability to know what to do like this.
And it makes sense because everything derives, if you look at the electromagnetic spectrum, you say that everything, when it vibrates at a high frequency, it's a darker color. But when you break those down and you fragment them, then everything is, a part of that. You know what I mean? So it's all derivative of dark matter. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it all plays in the synchronicity with that, because it's a piece of what it is, a piece of what is more of what is, And that's what we are.
Dark matter is melanin.
Yeah. It's even in the oxygen. Oxygen is just a converted form of light, which is dark matter.
Yep.
You know that because all the red blood cells through the process of hemoglobin, when it oxygenizes in your blood, it converts it into light, which fills your being with more light. The more light within your being, the more harmony you are.
Exactly.
And that's like MSH, we know melanocyte is melanin. Then you got stimulating. That word is, the raising the levels.
Right,
So it's
like
charging. You know how in Dragon Ball Z they charge up? They stimulate. They getting that power.
Right, they love that shit.
Then you got hormone, which means harmony. Harmony. And then now it's basically saying that your melanin is raising in level.
Yeah.
And it's putting you in harmony.
You become all knowing.
Yes, you all know. And then, like I said earlier in the video, you already know everything. You know everything. You just purposely forgot to remember it again.
Yeah. Life working cycles.
Don't that make sense? You wouldn't want to know everything and be here because you want to enjoy it.
Right.
Yeah.
You all know it. You're the universe.
It's just like a game, you know what I mean?
You
it's
are
just,
superior.
You are superior, and it's just like a game too. You know what I mean? Like when you finish a game or whatever. If you ever play GTA, you get to the end of the game, you can finish it, and you can do whatever you want. Eventually, you get bored of that game because you already unlocked everything. You already can do everything, and doing it over and over again. Just you know what I mean? If you're not, you know what I mean? If you lose your consciousness and you come back to it, it makes it more of a real. You're feeling it. You know what I mean? You got to feelize, because if you already know it, then it's just gonna get boring. If you ever done something repetitively over and over again, and it doesn't change, it gets very boring. And this is the same thing that Azu was just talking about when you is what's going on right now, is that we lose our consciousness and we gain it back up to realize, to conceptualize we're God.
For a reason.
Yeah, everything happened for a reason.
Like if everything didn't happen for a reason, like everything that you've been through wouldn't have made you who you are today.
Right. True.
And who are you? You are superior. We talking to the black organic family right now.
Yep.
You are superior. Know that. Know that you are, more of what is. When you connect yourself back to to your deity, what sustains you. Now, when you just docile and now you just feeding your energy to their system. Yeah. And once you feeding your energy to their system, now they controlling you. And when they controlling you, now you can't even, you fucked up, because you're not, you're not on point. You got to be on point. Yeah. And then being on point, that's what connects you back to nature. Right. That's when you're on point.
Shit, the only reason they do it, they know they got your food, they got your they got your energy, basically. Yeah. You fueling their system, and they know it. Yeah. Without melanated beings in America, it wouldn't even exist.
And notice how whenever it wouldn't exist, and you notice how whatever you do, they always have to reiterate, piggyback it, or copy it, and try to make it 10 times better, because we started everything. Look at rap nowadays. Rap is predominantly, it was black, and now you see all these no offense to them,
less melanated beings.
Yeah, less melanated beings, because they copy off what we do. We're trendsetters. This is what we do.
So why don't we set the trend and go back to nature, so we can just reverse the effects of what they did?
Exactly.
And then we gonna get them back,
because they're gonna follow.
Right, exactly.
Right. And don't resist the evil one. Right. You're gonna get them back into it as well. But notice they studying you and they testing you. That's crazy. They studying you and they testing you. They studying. They want to know everything about the universe.
And they still don't understand you.
And then they want to test it to see, okay, if we put basketball in there, we put crack in there, we put guns in there, if we put rapping in there, we put a whole bunch of bullshit in there. Let's see what the universe gonna do.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
It's gonna be
These
great.
motherfuckers is great at doing this. So imagine if they was connected to nature.
Right. We just great out of ignorance.
A melanated family. Let me tell you this.
They don't want to study a component. They want to study everything. Go ahead.
No, let me just tell you this. Like, the only thing that they have on you right now is the only thing they can do, because they're less of what is, so they only are vibrating at a certain conscious level where they can't, you have to lead. The only thing they can do is distract you, because anything more than that, they can't conceptualize. They don't know how to go further into doing that. So they can test you, study, do all that stuff, but they can't do anything more than that. So what we have a responsibility right now. We right now are the most important to humanity right now.
Yeah.
We have a responsibility to get back into nature, to wake the archetype, the XX chromosome up. She is asleep, and she needs to awaken right now so that we can come back into nature, so that order can be adjourned, and so that we can all do what really needs to be done on this earth right now. We're waking people up, and your consciousness is waking. I already know. I see people all the time on my posts that are awakening. It's like you're in a deep sleep, and you're just waking up and keep waking up and keep waking up, and you have to die. You have to let go of everything that no longer serves you in that simulated environment. That was all programs that were run on you. And in order to download new programs, you need to delete the old ones. You know what I'm saying? And you need to get rid of all that, because all those ideas, and that's all works against nature. That's to distract you, to keep you from nature. You need to get up and you need to leave. Don't worry about money. Don't worry about nothing like that. As long as you're in harmony with nature, you're connecting to nature. You're creating the right environment inside your body and outside. Pray to the trees. They listen to you. You are more of what is. So there's no way that they couldn't hear you. You know what I mean? And it's all, our thoughts come from trees anyways. If you lose oxygen, you lose consciousness. And consciousness is what we're vibrating on for frequency for us to be able to communicate in this way. You know what I mean? We really need to understand this. This is very, very important, our responsibilities.
And when you let go, when you letting go of what no longer serves you, you allowing more blessings to come in. You're not blocking your blessings, because when you holding on to shit, you're like, I need this though. I gotta take care of kids, nigga. I got stuff to do. I got business to handle, man. Now you know what I'm saying? Now you blocking your blessings. You blocking what what you need to do, and what you need to do is connect back, like he said. I'm glad that point.
We ain't telling you to do nothing that we ain't did ourselves. We all let go of everything we had in Babylon, because we knew it's part of something bigger than ourselves.
I'd rather die doing, like nature was, I'd rather die doing the right thing than to live doing the wrong thing.
Right. True that. And we let the magic, when we emptied our cups and we really surrendered ourselves over to Mama, the magic happened. And we're here. Right. We give you our life stories. Melanation gives you all the life stories and the amazing things that have happened to us for our experience and our journey. The magic is flourishing, and it's happened to us. You know what I mean? You can see it right here. We're the living examples of this, and we're here to give you all this information. And this is just stuff that we've gone through. You know what I mean? It's nothing that we haven't done ourselves, just like Omak or Zu has just said. So, you know what I mean? Like, we're not telling you to harm yourself or anything like that. All we're telling you to do is to get back in nature, to get in tune, to be where the sun is. You're the happiest in the summertime. So why would you want to be in an area that's conducive?
Why would you want
the body is the antenna and the sun is the tower.
Yeah, and why would you want to be in an environment that's less conducive to you? Like, why would you want to be in the cold? Like, why would you want to work and do a whole bunch of shit that don't even matter at the end of the day? Like,
you want to be in an environment that got chemtrails spraying on you every second of the day. They got poisons and fluoride and shit in your water to keep you docile, to keep you from waking up.
Yeah. True that.
Just know all the stuff that you've been programmed to use, like lotion, toothpaste, all this stuff like that, it's upsetting the living matrix, and it's keeping the cells from communicating with each other. And you're basically blocking the signals from entering your being and all the life and your being from, and preventing you from becoming all-knowing.
Yeah. This is what they do, and this is, they know that much. But beyond that, they don't know anything more than that, because they are less of what is. So when we step into the light, into where we're supposed to be, and take hold our rightful place on this earth, in this realm, we will become the cosmos. Everything that the cosmos is and everything that's inside us that we're already all knowing, that will be activated, and then we will shine like the sun, and we'll be emitting this light amongst everyone, and they will know who we are, and they'll feel who we are, and they won't have to guess, they won't have to do no studies, because we'll just show them. You know what I mean? We'll be the living example, just as we're doing right now.
When we that example, they gonna become that. When they, because like they said, they studying us and they teaching us, they testing us. So what
they want to know.
And then once they see us doing the right thing, then they gonna do it too. And, we must not like, don't resist the evil one. Don't do like how they doing back power and all of that. They
turn the other cheek.
And, all you have to do is distractions. Say if like somebody be like, yo, I fucking hate you, yo, you fucking rich, and they start putting all this negative energy on you. Don't. Be like, what's that martial arts called? Like Tai Chi. You supposed to go with it. And give back positive energy. Don't just take the negative and keep negative. That's what's gonna fuck you up even more.
Yeah, that's one thing we got to know how to do in family is positive affirmations, and also learning Tai Chi in a form of energy, because it's the same thing. When someone gives you negative energy, you give back just as much in a positive light. And this is transferring the energy, because if you hold on to that energy, you're gonna harbor all these emotions that are gonna block your chakras and block you from being your authentic self. And this is an insulator of the body. And then you will know you will have struggles in and you will, you'll deal with a lot of pain and a lot of suffering.
Who you are.
And you'll forget who you are. You'll fall back asleep. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's another thing I wanted to say too. When we're dealing with entities that are on low vibrational frequencies, do not stoop down to their level, because then they're trying to turn you into them. It's like the Matrix.
They keep you from growing.
Exactly. You need to turn them into you, not the other way around. If they turn you into them, then that means you're just on a lower vibration. You're weak.
Exactly.
You have to be strong. You have to turn the other cheek. You have to walk the other way, because they're gonna follow in the end. They don't have anything to look back to. Their back's against the wall. They're the only choice that they have is trying to turn you into what they are. You know what I mean? You just have to walk away, and they'll follow.
Protect your subconscious. They know the body follow what the mind said, which is why they got all this propaganda that instilled the fear emotion in you, that let off the endorphins within your body that
insulates the body.
Insulates you and upsets your cells, so your cells working in like this little downward slump when they usually used to being electrified and amped up to communicate, and the fear just does nothing but stagnate that. And all they do is spread fear to keep you from growing.
Miscommunications of the signals. Your body's constantly trying to communicate with the universe, and when they can do things like this and block your energy with the distractions that they have and the fear that they can build up inside you, because they know that much. They know how to create fear in low vibrational frequencies. So when they do that and create low vibrational frequencies, it stops you from growing. And it's like a plant that's in a pot, and the roots can only go so far, and you can only water it so much. But that's it could do so much more if you gave it an abundance to flourish in and to grow in. But when it's in a pot, it only has so much that it is capable of doing. Give it in the limited space. Or a better analogy is like a goldfish. A goldfish can only grow as big as the tank that it's provided with. You know what I'm saying? So when you're in a small tank, and it's a square tank as that, you're not going to be able to, your energy's not going to be able to form, and you're not going to be able to, flourish into your authentic, true, divine being. You know what I mean?
You can grow no further than your environment allows you to.
Exactly.
And Babylon ain't letting you grow shit.
Real
shit. They use a like-minded face to keep you like, oh shit, she just like me, like Beyonce. And she got this blonde hair, and that's keeping you from getting bad nerves, because everybody, all the archetypes love feminine energy. They love Beyonce, so they use Beyonce heavy.
They using all of the entertainment, like I said earlier in the video. They using, them for their energy, and then the following that they get now.
They got them. They got one person. They got a million more.
Exactly. And then because people look up to Beyonce,
the entertainers.
And
that's all we had. Look what we came through. We had to go through all this depression and oppression and all this stuff like that. And all we got is music, rap, athletes and shit like that. So they use them to their advantage to keep us right where they want us, right up under their thumb.
They look to the trendsetters, and that's why you never see in the rap community, you never see anything progressing as far as what they're talking about. It's always the same thing, and that's what they're trying to program. It's like a glitch in the system where they're just programming the same exact stuff. And if you're a high vibrational being, or you're even coming to your consciousness of awakening, you'll see this and you'll be like, wait a minute. Hey, back in 1999, they rapping about this, and now they rapping about the same. It ain't moving nothing.
It's
like
propaganda.
Propaganda.
Like clockwork.
Yeah, they keeping you. They trying to keep you in that box. They're just trying to keep you, bouncing off the same old. You know what I mean? You gotta open that. You gotta open your mind first.
Realize there's no box.
Yeah, there's no box. You're free. You're already free. This is what we want to tell you too. You're already free. When you are free in the mind and you visualize, you will manifest, and you will be able to, create your own reality from your own perception. You need to get out of that box.
Because you gotta ask for permission, and you gotta. Ain't it crazy like how Phoenix said? I'm glad he said this was like one point. He said you gotta get a passport to leave the country. They trying to, and now it's crazy because even Nature Boy, he said, like they laughing at us because like they like, yo, they could just leave, they could just walk out, they got a passport.
For
and
now,
and then they gonna build the wall and all of this shit. Then martial law gonna come in. They gonna build the wall and create martial law.
But because you are more of what is, but because you are more of what is, and now you have this instilled in your mind, this will manifest because you are more of what is. When you think and when you speak and when you do things, it has the most upright power. This is the most divine source and the most divine power. So when you are thinking at a low vibration, you have low vibrational thoughts, they will manifest in how great. It's like how great is your darkness? If you have darkness, how great is your darkness? If you're low vibrational, how great is your low vibration? You know what I mean? And when you're melanated being, you bring the power, you bring the heat. And this is what happens. This is why when we're coming to consciousness right now, you can see it. Within a matter of months, people are waking up like bam, 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 bam. You know what I mean? We're setting it right now, and this is the domino effect. We're going right back to the source because that's where we derive from, all of us.
Just know if you really want to get out, just put the thought in the universe. Have the right intention, have a pure heart. Put that thought out in the universe with the right intent, and it's gonna respond.
Right. And do it in your mind.
Right. Do it in your mind. Yeah, first and foremost, you gotta do it, and don't skip steps too. Someone asked me, said something about I won't say names, but they said something about that the idea is to move past conceptualizing and go to feelizing, which is a word that Nature Boy coined, and that's true. But you do not want to skip the steps. You want to conceptualize first, which is getting that instilled in the mind, to program the mind, and then when you program the mind and you free your mind, you free yourself, and you'll be able to maneuver yourself based off your perspective and where you want to go in your reality. You know what I mean? Where you want to manifest your reality.
To know is to do.
To know is to do. Yeah. Living examples right there.
So just know, if you have melanin, which is dark matter, nothing against the less melanated. You are more of what is. You are more connected. You can see life in its full color. You can taste the full taste of the fruit.
Yeah, the full flavor of the fruit. Did you just hit up with the triple F? Yes, we did. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, don't resist the evil one. Like, don't resist. Don't just, because like over time, we've been doing that for so long, blaming other, and then, pointing a finger and all that. But if you really just take responsibility, and then even if you didn't do it, say like, that's like me breaking something, right? And then that person saying, yo, you broke that, and me saying, no, I ain't break it, this person broke it. But even if you didn't break it or you did break it, who cares? Yeah. It's gonna be like, yo, alright, I broke it, what can I do now? This is when you take that extra step, and then you put one foot in front of the other, and then you allow magic to happen.
To be honest, to be true, and not to lie to yourself, because when you lie to yourself, that's another insulator, that's another derivative of something that you're fearing of. So you have to own up and be the right. If you're gonna be God, own up to everything that's happened. You know what I mean? If you're God and you've manifested all this, and you're in your creation of everything, you got to own up to everything that you've created. You know what I mean? You can't just create a monster or whatever, and then be like, oh, that's not. I didn't create that. That was anything. Yeah, it was you. Don't lie. We could all see you're the only one in existence. So obviously you did create that. You just have to own up to it. Take your rightful place. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Say while you in Babylon, get you some sun. Get as much sun as you can. I know it's hard because there's a lot of snow and shit there. You got to get that sun though.
And if you're in an area where can you connect to the trees too, because I hear a lot of people say you can't connect to trees in wintertime, which is somewhat true, but there are trees out there, evergreen trees. If you look out and you see trees that have green sprills on them or still green, that means that there's some life that you can talk to in there, that because the trees, their consciousness will go down the root during the wintertime generally, but there are some trees that are still conscious in the wintertime that can live through that, and you can tap into those trees. And another cool thing about trees is a tree that's in North America has a connection to a tree that is in the tropics too. You know what I mean? Because they communicate through the roots. So the roots will be able to connect to another tree that's in a tropical area. So if you pray and you manifest and you're really pure of heart, and you pray to the tree every single day and give back, Mama will provide a way for you if you're really trying to get to the tropics, because it can communicate with another tree that's in the tropics, and they'll do woo woo woo, whatever that magic is, and then they'll be able to manifest for you a light and a path and a way for you.
Stay away from toxic people. They block the magic. You can say, I gotta go to Costa Rica, and they put a thought in your head. That thought is gonna grow within you. Like, how you gonna get them? You gonna work for it? You like, nah, man, I got faith in Mama. And they put these little negative thoughts in your head that's gonna play as a parasite, and it's gonna block your magic from happening. You gotta isolate yourself from toxic beings, toxic propaganda. Stay away from the TV, bro. Just isolate yourself. I stayed by myself a lot when I was in Babylon, man.
These low vibrational beings have less imagination, so they can't conceptualize, and they can't imagine. Imagination is where the spark and fuel of manifestation comes in, the changing of your perception of mind. So to be able to imagine is to be able to create. You know what I mean? And that they have less of that. So when when you're around
people, in a box.
They're in a box. So when you're around people that can't imagine and can't look beyond the beyond, then you know that you can't fuck with that person, because they're gonna block you.
And sometimes you can feel it. Like, as soon as you get by somebody, you just get a little down feeling, and they just start speaking. They just gotta speak a couple words. You be like, oh, I ain't bad.
You can look at their life too. Look at bums. Look at people that are in messed up situations, and listen to how they speak. All you have to do is listen to the way that they speak, and that will let you know pretty much everything about the situation, why they're in the situation that they are, and everything, a lot about them. You know what I mean? Not everything, but a lot about them. You know what I mean?
Keep your eyes open.
Keep your eyes
and your
open.
ears.
Stay focused.
And your mind.
Stay focused.
Stay focused. Seriously.
On point.
Yeah.
Just know you are great.
Yeah.
You are the universe. Just don't let them manipulate you no more, man. You know all that you need to know is out here. You're your biggest obstacle. You got to get over yourself.
Yep. You're the only one in existence, so you need to realize that, and you need to just, become pure heart, become a child again, you know what I mean? And really, like Omek said, do the work. Really, solitude is one of the best things that I've ever done that really made the difference, because it wasn't around I wasn't watching TV, I wasn't subjecting myself to any low vibrational frequencies. I was by myself in a house that was just for me, like no one else was in the house, just me. And I was able to focus on my thoughts. You know what I mean? You look at your thought patterns and know the way that you think. Then when if you're out and about getting your, food or whatever, bailing your food out of the jail or whatever, you'll be able to know when your thoughts aren't your thoughts, because you'll be around lower vibrations, and you'll be like, all right, that person is affecting me in a negative way. And then you'll be able to alchemize. Then you'll be like, all right, I know how I think, and I know when I'm around certain people that I don't think the way I think. So, you know what I mean?
A lot of people gonna think you crazy, man. Everybody thought I was crazy, man. My own blood cousin, when I was down there talking what I was talking, he told me to go live up under a bridge speaking what I was talking about. And if they think you crazy in Babylon, take it as a compliment. Because they don't even see what's going on around them. They probably still taking showers every day in the water, like
sleep,
eating whatever.
Subjecting themselves to everything.
I mean, that's why it's best to, if you woke, let them sleep.
Right.
Because they gonna wake up one day. It's probably, not in this lifetime. Probably not right now, but they gonna wake up, so, just...
Save yourself.
Save yourself
Save yourself first, lead by example.
Yep.
Yeah.
Real spill.
It's the best thing that you
Set
can
the
do.
example, right.
Yep.
That's about it. We always get to this time.
We always get to this time, but, we love you, and we want you to know the responsibility that you have on this earth. It's very important. I know I keep saying it, but I'm gonna keep saying it and keep saying it to program in your mind, because you do have a responsibility. You know what I mean? You are more of what is, and this information isn't just something you want to take and then be like, oh, la-di-da, go back to the matrix. No, it's here to be like, wake you up and be like, I'm more of what is. I'm a God. I'm a divine being.
Right, we the immunity.
I have a responsibility.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you got to pick that up, and you got to live it. You got to walk it. You got to walk like a God. You got to speak like a God. You got to be a God.
You are the immunity. You just been programmed to be otherwise and live as a cancer.
Yep.
Straight like that.
Definitely.
You just gotta break the cycle, man. Till next time.
Repetition.
Next time, I love myself.
I love myself. Peace and love.